I took a deep breath and got back into position. Whatever it is, I'm not moving anymore. Play whatever you want. He tried again, carefully and skillfully. It was difficult at first, but soon he was completely successful. I was worried, but as he played on, a strange joy began to build inside me. Play however you want, he said. There's always a little bit of anxiety in this game. But you're doing great. Don't stop. I relaxed and let him play freely. It felt really good. He played for much longer than I expected. He was clearly enjoying every moment. My name is Megan and I'm an American girl. This is the story of my school days. The story is so great. Listen with your heart. I was nervous when I met Professor Andrew. My chemistry exam had gone terribly wrong, and I had already decided that no matter what, I would beg him to pass me. I walked into his office, my heart pounding. Professor Andrew, I said, my voice shaking, please pass my paper. I'm anxious. He placed my blank answer sheet in front of me and stared at it for a long time. There's nothing written here, Megan. How can I pass you? It's not possible. Why are you here? You should go now. Tears welled up in my eyes. Professor, I'll do anything if you'll just pass me. If I fail chemistry, my entire degree will be gone. I've done well in every other exam. I'll get good marks everywhere. Just this one paper, please. I reached out and gently placed my hand on top of it. He looked at me very carefully. His eyes narrowed. What exactly are you saying, Megan? Do you even understand what you're offering? Yes, Professor. I understand exactly. I'll please you any way you want. I'll agree to anything. Just pass me and I'll do whatever it takes. He leaned back in his chair, thinking. So that's what you mean. You know exactly what this game involves. He paused, then asked, How many points do you want? 95, I whispered. Please. Okay, I'll give you 95. But you have to keep your promise. You'll come to the address I gave you and please me exactly as I want. If you play the game well, I'll add up the total points. If you don't, I'll fail you, understand? I nodded quickly. I understand, Professor, I'll go there. He wrote the address on a small slip of paper and handed it to me. I'm leaving campus right now. You come to this place. Today, I want to see how well you can play. He stood up, grabbed his keys, and walked out. I sat there for a few minutes, my mind racing. I knew exactly what I was getting into, but my future was on the line. After a while, I hailed a cab, showed the driver the address, and we drove for about an hour. The house was in a quiet rural area far from the city. There was no one else around. I called Professor Andrew again. I'll send someone to pick you up, he said. No, Professor, tell me the way. I'll come myself. He gave me simple instructions. A few minutes later, I was standing at his front door. The house was silent. Professor Andrew opened it, smiled calmly, and handed me a tall glass of cold juice. Drink this, relax. No one else is coming. It's just us. We can play our special game here without any problems. You promised you would obey me. I sipped the juice as he settled comfortably on the couch. He patted the spot next to him. Come sit closer. He put his hand on my shoulder. It felt strange, but I didn't move away. I knew it was my choice now. Are you really ready, Megan? He asked softly. I don't want to force anything. If you've changed your mind, you can still go. I'm here, Professor. I'm not leaving, but I've never played a game like this before. Please be gentle with me. I want everything to be okay. Don't worry, he said. It will be exactly as you want it to be. Now let's start playing. He asked me to kneel in front of him. At first I felt strange and didn't know what to do. He smiled patiently and showed me a short video on his phone. Watch it carefully. Now do it exactly as you want. After the video, I started playing according to his wishes. Slowly it started to feel natural. The more I played, the better it felt. Professor Andrew's face lit up with joy. You really are very good at this game. Megan, I didn't think you'd learn so quickly. You're amazing. After a while, he asked me to get into a certain position. I followed his instructions. When he tried to play his way, it felt difficult and I panicked. Professor, this is too difficult. I don't think I can do this. Maybe we shouldn't have this kind of relationship. He gently reminded me. Remember, I have to submit the numbers tomorrow, you promised. I took a deep breath and got back into position. Whatever it is, I'm not moving now. Play whatever you want. He tried again, carefully and skillfully. At first it was difficult, but soon he was completely successful. I was worried, but as he played on, a strange joy began to grow inside me. Play however you want, he said. There's always a little bit of trouble in this game, but you're doing great. Don't stop. I relaxed and let him play freely. It felt really good. He played for much longer than I expected. He was clearly enjoying every moment. Suddenly there was a loud knock on the door. I jumped in fear. "Professor, you said no one was coming." Before I could move, Professor Andrew told me to wait. He opened the door, and there stood Professor Thomas, looking confused. "Andrew, what's going on? You didn't tell me you had company." Professor Andrew smiled. "Come in, Thomas. Megan is here. She's playing a game with me." Professor Thomas stepped in and looked at me. "Megan, you're here? Don't be afraid. You know me. I won't hurt you. Andrew and I often spend time together like this. There's nothing to worry about." I was stunned. Professor Thomas looked at me and said, "You know I have your math paper, right? You barely have 50 marks right now, but if you agree to play this game with me, I can give you more marks. What do you say?" I felt trapped. I had already reached this point with Professor Andrew. If I refused now, both papers would fail. "Professor Thomas, I didn't plan for this, but if it means passing both subjects, I'll play with you too." Professor Andrew had already finished his turn. Now Professor Thomas started playing in his strong style. He was powerful and confident. It was difficult, but I managed. After a while, Professor Andrew wanted to play again. Then Professor Thomas suggested that they play together at the same time. I was shocked. "That's not possible," I said. "I can't handle you two like this." Professor Thomas calmly reminded me, "If you want both papers to pass with high marks, then the game ends like this. You've come too far to stop now." I had no choice. I agreed. They played together, taking turns and sometimes both together. It was overwhelming, but I held firm. Finally, after a long time, both professors were satisfied. They had achieved exactly what they wanted, and the game was over. I was tired, my body ached, playing the game. But I kept my promise. Professor Thomas took out $500 and handed it to me. "Don't worry, Megan. Buy yourself something nice. Your grades will be perfect in both subjects. I know it wasn't supposed to be, but what happened happened. We all got what we needed." Professor Andrew nodded. "The grades will be submitted tomorrow. You passed with flying colors. Just remember, this will stay between us." I left the house feeling a strange mixture of relief and regret. My degree was safe. Both papers would have marks of 95 and 90. But deep down I knew I had played a dangerous game. Still, I had no other choice. As the taxi took me back to the city, I looked at the money in my hand and whispered to myself, "It's over now. My future is secure." My dear friends, this was the story of my school days. I played a game for the first time in my life. While I knew only a little about the game. Not that much. But still I played the game well and beat the big players. Sometimes a person has to do a lot for his success. Rather, he has to do everything. Dear friends, how did you like today's story? Do tell me in the comments. Like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.